We've sent robots to Mars. We've mapped the surface of Venus. We've photographed black holes millions of light years away. But right here, on the planet you're standing on, there are places we still know almost nothing about. Places so extreme, so dangerous, so unreachable, that we literally have better maps of other planets than we do of our own backyard. Today, I'm going to show you 6 places on Earth that are more unexplored than Mars. And trust me, by number 1, you're going to question everything you thought you knew about this planet. Number 6. The Yucatan Cenotes, Mexico. Thousands of years ago, the ancient Maya believed these places were gateways to the underworld. And honestly, once you see them, you'll understand why. Beneath the surface of Mexico's Yucatan Peninsula lies one of the longest underwater cave systems on the planet. Thousands of sinkholes called cenotes connect to a massive network of flooded tunnels and chambers that stretch for thousands of kilometers. And the vast majority of it has never been explored. Not by scientists, not by divers, not by anyone. The caves are so dangerous that even experienced divers consider them one of the most lethal environments on Earth. Total darkness, zero visibility, passages so narrow you can barely fit through. And if you get lost down there, there is no rescue. Some cenotes contain ancient Mayan pottery and human skeletons from sacrificial rituals. But what lies deeper, in the tunnels that no human has ever reached, is completely unknown. The Maya thought these caves were the entrance to the land of the dead. We still can't prove they were wrong. Number 5. Chingue de Bemaraha, Madagascar. Imagine a forest made entirely of razor-sharp stone, needles of limestone rising hundreds of feet into the air, packed so tightly together that walking between them is nearly impossible. That's Chingue de Bemaraha. This formation in western Madagascar covers over 600 square kilometers and is considered one of the most impassable landscapes on Earth. The word Chingue in the local language literally translates to where one cannot walk barefoot. Because the terrain is so extreme, large sections of this park have never been explored by humans. Scientists believe there are entire species of plants and animals living in the canyons between the limestone spires that have never been documented. Madagascar already has one of the highest rates of unique species on Earth. Nearly 90% of its wildlife is found nowhere else. So whatever is hiding inside the Chingue could be unlike anything science has ever seen. And the craziest part? It's not deep underwater. It's not buried in ice. It's just so sharp and so dense that humans simply cannot get through it. Number 4. Hang Son Doong Cave, Vietnam. What if I told you that inside a jungle in Vietnam, there's a cave so large it has its own weather system, its own clouds, its own river, its own forest growing inside of it? Hang Son Doong is the largest known cave passage in the world by volume. At its tallest point, you could fit a 40-story skyscraper inside. At its widest, a Boeing 747 could fly through it, and it was only discovered in 1991. A local farmer stumbled upon the entrance by accident, heard the sound of wind and water rushing from underground, and was too scared to go inside. It took 18 more years before a team of British explorers finally entered it in 2009. Even now, large sections of the cave remain unexplored. The passages go deeper and farther than anyone has been able to map. And only about 1,000 people per year are allowed to visit, making it one of the most restricted places on Earth. This cave is estimated to be between 2 and 5 million years old. For millions of years, it existed in total silence, with no human ever knowing it was there. What else is hiding underground that we haven't stumbled upon yet? Number 3. Devon Island, Canada. There is an island in the Canadian Arctic that is so lifeless, so barren, so extreme, that NASA uses it as a training ground for Mars missions. That should tell you everything. Devon Island is the largest uninhabited island on Earth. Over 55,000 square kilometers, roughly the size of Croatia, and not a single person lives there. The temperatures can drop to minus 50 degrees Celsius. The landscape is a frozen wasteland of craters, rock, and ice. The island has a massive impact crater called the Houghton crater, which looks so similar to the Martian surface that researchers literally simulate Mars expeditions there. They test rovers. They practice sample collection. They wear prototype spacesuits. The irony is unreal. We are practicing how to explore Mars, on a place on Earth that we still haven't fully explored. Most of Devon Island has never been surveyed in detail. Its interior remains almost completely unknown. If you dropped a pin on a random spot on Devon Island, there's a very real chance no human being has ever stood on that exact spot in the entire history of our species. Number 2. The deep ocean floor. Here's a fact that should bother you. As of right now, we have mapped only about 27% of the ocean floor in high-resolution detail. That means nearly 3/4 of the bottom of our own planet is essentially unknown territory. We have more detailed maps of Mars, the Moon, and Venus than we do of the ground beneath our own oceans. The Mariana Trench, the deepest point on Earth, plunges over 36,000 feet below the surface. That's so deep that if you dropped Mount Everest into it, the peak would still be over a mile underwater. The pressure down there is over 1,000 times the pressure at the surface. It's pitch black, near freezing, and almost completely unexplored. Only 3 people in all of human history have ever been to the bottom of the Mariana Trench. 3. We have sent 12 people to the Moon. We have sent more humans to outer space than to the deepest part of our own planet. And every time we do send a camera down there, we find something new. New species, new geological formations, new ecosystems that shouldn't exist. In 2025, a baby colossal squid was filmed for the first time in history, and nobody has ever seen an adult one alive. The ocean covers 71% of the surface of the Earth, and we barely know what's down there. Number 1. North Sentinel Island, India. And finally, the most unexplored place on Earth. Not because of ice, not because of depth, not because of pressure, but because of the people who live there. North Sentinel Island is a small island in the Bay of Bengal, part of India's Andaman Archipelago. It's roughly the size of Manhattan, and it is home to the Sentinelese, one of the last uncontacted tribes in human history. The Sentinelese have lived on this island in total isolation for an estimated 60,000 years. They have had zero contact with the modern world. They have no knowledge of electricity, the internet, cars, or even that other countries exist. And they want to keep it that way. Every single attempt to approach the island has been met with arrows and spears. Helicopters that fly too close are attacked. Boats that come near the shore are driven away. In 2018, an American missionary attempted to reach the island and was killed on the beach. The Indian government has made it illegal for anyone to travel within 5 kilometers of the island. No scientists, no journalists, no tourists, no one. We have satellite images of the island, but we know almost nothing about what happens inside. We don't know their language. We don't know their customs. We don't even know exactly how many people live there. Estimates range from 50 to 400. In 2026, we can video call someone on the other side of the planet in seconds. But there are people living on this Earth who don't know the rest of us exist, and that might be the most mind-blowing fact in this entire video. So there you have it, 6 places on our planet that are more unexplored than Mars. We spend billions sending robots to other worlds while there are places right here, under our feet and in our own oceans, that remain total mysteries. Which one shocked you the most? And do you think we should explore these places or leave them alone? Let me know in the comments. If you enjoyed this, hit subscribe and turn on notifications. We drop mind-blowing curiosities every week. See you in the next one.